Parochial schools here at home are concerned about holding on to teachers and attracting new ones. I recently talked with the retiring superintendent of Catholic schools for the Milwaukee Archdiocese about the toll the pandemic has taken on teachers and what the future may hold.
The overall challenge that teachers and principals have felt over the past 2 years has been characterized by uncertainty. Right now, I would say teachers are very tired. They're looking back at their last several months, several years, and I think actually asking where their successes were. They, in some cases, saw a slide off in student learning because of the fluctuation of learning instructional modes, and they need the boost of not only normalcy of schedule, but being able to plan with a more secure future.
What do you tell the teachers who may be burned out, as you say, or just aren't so sure about the path forward anymore?
I think it's very important, and this is something that we try to do, to reaffirm the dignity of this profession, that the act of teaching is the act of changing a life. And it's important to go back to that central mission. Really, and I've had teachers say to me, and I know my colleagues have as well, we needed to be reminded of that in the midst of this swirling turbulence of the past 2 years, this uncertainty, we were in this for a reason, and these children and these families needed us. In fact, I think families probably have never needed schools more because we were their partner in that uncertainty, and we came right into their homes through virtual learning.
Another crisis that we're facing amongst all teachers, parochial and public, is the shortage of teachers.
Yes.
How is the Archdiocese trying to address that, or can you address that?
It is a huge concern, and on one level, we're looking at ways to perhaps attract people from different walks of life into teaching, perhaps, and we are exploring, and perhaps getting validation for alternative forms of certification of teachers. Now, that's at still a very preliminary stage, but for example, retired professionals who might think about teaching as the beautiful and dignified profession that it really is, you know, as a chance to pay back in some ways. We've had very great success with retired people moving into our schools as teachers. So that's one way we're trying to address the shortage. We're also engaging in more focused partnerships with our Catholic colleges and universities and with other colleges and universities to perhaps examine intern programs for our schools. So those are a few examples.
And how does the Archdiocese compete with public school systems on salary front? Because sometimes that seems to put Catholic schools or parochial schools at a disadvantage.
It's a huge disadvantage. But we do find that the people in our schools almost universally are there because they want to be there. They see this as a calling. They see it, in our language, as a vocation, as a way of life. And I've been in this a long time, over 50 years, and I've always believed and tried to impart to the people I've been able to influence that once a teacher, always a teacher. One doesn't leave it at the door at 3:30 or 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock. It's a summer vacation way of life. It's a Christmas vacation way of life, in that we're always thinking about the children under our care. And that's a dignity that all teachers can aspire to and really own as they think about this as a way of changing the world.